It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
In the city, just a couple niggas with me, cause I know I gotta watch my back. And I'ma be the realest when the dog falls out. And I'ma still be standing when the sky fall out. They say it's gang gang till it's time to roll out. But when them things bang, where them niggas at now? Real nigga for life. They thought I disconnected from my essence, huh? Rocking shades, but never blocking my blessings, Come from a place where it's dreary like fatal fury. The hardest fight that you face is a jury. We never worried, nigga. Ain't seen a marriage providers coming, we grown for it. Gun smoking new pause, death stuff in new force. True gold, blue tour, shooting at your coupe door. Niggas catch a body, then rap about it on TuneCore. That's why I'm distant in my DMs. Rappers trying to be friends, but I don't think to me sin. I've been on some business, building LinkedIn. Signature like in stores. Won't even touch your fucking track without an invoice. Develop habits to elevate in my brackets. I notice most of my peers to get comfortable being stagnant over 10 years. Trying to plant my feet in the ground, but not a taste of victory is about as sweet as it sound. Yeah.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. In this particular video, we're going to be talking about Irv Gotti. And of course, he has passed away. Rest in peace to Irv Gotti. To start this video off, we're going to go through some of the history of the big hits that he's created in the music industry. Going to go through a little bit of his history, you know what I'm saying? Because there is a lot of controversy going on. We're going to get to all the controversy. We're going to get to the 50 Cent part of it. But first, I want to just focus on the fact that Irv Gotti was a music producer. At one point in time, he was a mogul in the music industry. He was a big-time record executive. In his second act in life, he became a film producer, TV show producer, and had a lot more in store to come. But in the beginning, he was also the man responsible for finding Mike Geronimo. For those that are not so clued into the early 90s with hip hop, Mike Geronimo was an artist out of Queens. He was definitely one of those guys that people kind of compared to like Nas at one point. Irv was producing for him. Irv was managing him. Of course, he discovered Cash Money Click, which is the group that ended up sprouting Ja Rule as a solo artist, because he was a part of that group, and then eventually he went off to do his own thing. We also know Ja Rule for having a vital piece in, Jay-Z's story, DMX story, Ashanti, the entire Murder Inc. saga, hits upon hits upon hits with Ja Rule, and so many others, right? Again, we're going to go through some of those hits. I might as well go ahead and pull up my article now since we're on the subject and just try to make our way through all of the moving parts that are happening right now. Okay. So here we are on Billboard, and they say this is their list that they've compiled of the 20 biggest Hot 100 hits for Irv Gotti's Murder Inc. Foolish, Always on Time, and More. And of course, these are hits. These are not album cuts or necessarily the cultural joints, but these are more of the stuff that kept him in the charts and led to big money. All right, so they say at the turn of the at the turn of the millennium, I got a little tongue-tied. Irv Gotti, who died Wednesday at age 54, helped bring a new class of hip-hop and R&B acts to fame as the co-founder of Murder Inc. Records. Also known as the Inc. Recordings, the imprint quickly established itself as a major force in the two genres, with Ja Rule and Ashanti emerging as its flagship stars. And of course, they changed their name to the Inc. In the 2000s when Irv Gotti and the label were under federal investigation, and Def Jam removed their resources and said, they were basically threatened. The whole Universal umbrella was threatened that if they supported him through that investigation, then they would also be investigated as well for any wrongdoing or aiding and abetting a criminal enterprise, right? We'll keep going. The Gotti brothers founded Murder Inc. Records, named after the famous Depression-era crime syndicate, as an imprint of Def Jam in 1998. The next year, Ja Rule burst to prominence with his debut album, Veni Vidi Vinci, which is a dope album, which debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200 and gave the MC his first solo Billboard Hot 100 entry. Holla, holla, a number 35 hit. And that song still bangs to this day, I'm going to be honest. From there, the rapper continued to produce hit after hit. What you mean the rapper? You must be talking about Ja. Including 3 number 1 smashes, Always on Time featuring Ashanti, and a pair of featured spots on Jennifer Lopez's I'm Real and Ain't It Funny, both of which trace their chart-topping status to their respective Ja Rule and Ashanti Pen Murder remix versions. Ashanti, too, became a powerhouse inside Murder Inc. thanks to her signature hooks across the imprint's biggest hip-hop records, that led to her own string of huge R&B crossover hits. That combination culminated in a historic feat in 2002 as she became the first woman and only third act at that time, joining the Beatles and Bee Gees. Never knew she had gotten to that height, with 3 simultaneous top 10 hits on the Hot 100. Gotti himself carved out a Hot 100 pedigree largely as a producer, with a credit on 28 charting Hot 100 hits from songs performed by Ja Rule, Ashanti, DMX, Jay-Z, Mary J. Blige, Fat Joe, and Ye. I didn't know he produced with Kanye either. As a credited artist, Gotti scored a top 10 charting hit on the Hot 100 with Down For You, which peaked at number 6 in 2002 and was credited to Irv Gotti Presents The Ink, featuring Ja Rule, Ashanti, Charlie Baltimore, and Vita. Shout out to all of those artists as well. Really wanted to see Charlie Baltimore take off bigger in the industry. I thought Vita was going to have a future as well. She was actually a very aggressive and dope rapper. If you ever listen to, what was that song? Seven Deadly Venoms or something like that, off of the K-Slate album. Fire. Anyway, given the imprint stamp and Gotti's role in that pivotal era for hip-hop and R&B, Billboard revisits the Murder Inc. legacy with a review of his top 20 hits on the Hot 100. Okay, so at number 20, they have The Way That I Love You by Ashanti. Big shout out to Ashanti. Number 19, they've got New York, Ja Rule featuring Fat Joe and Jadakiss. That was one of Ja Rule's last big hits, and it helped him kind of sustain through that beef with 50. Number 18, Holla Holla, Ja Rule. Number 17, Down Ass Chick, Ja Rule featuring Charlie Chuck Baltimore. Yep. Number 16, Southside Lloyd featuring Ashanti. That was a big one. That one did numbers just in the households on BET. My goodness. Baby, Ashanti. Baby. Number 14, Only You, Ashanti. Another one. Number 13, Get It, Shouty, Lloyd. I did not know. Was that produced by Irv, or was this just released under the label? Because that definitely was a whole different vibe. Number 12, Between Me and You, Ja Rule featuring Christina Milian. I ain't gonna lie to you, that song did numbers in my household again. Between me and you. Yeah. That was tough. Number 11, You, Lloyd featuring Lil Wayne. That was a big one too, just in general. Number 10, Rain on Me, Ashanti. Yup. Number 9, Down For You, Irv Gotti. Down For You. Yup. Number 8, Happy by Ashanti, another big one. Number 7, Put It On Me, Ja Rule featuring Lil Mo and Vita. Yup. Number 6, Wonderful, Ja Rule and Ashanti. We're gonna skip that other guy. Number 5, Living It Up, hey, Ja Rule featuring Case. Number 4, Rock With You, Oh Baby. So that's the one I was talking about. Oh baby. She said that motherfucker every 2 seconds on that song and blew it all the way up to number 2. Number 3, Mesmerize, Ja Rule featuring Ashanti. Ain't that bum boom boom? Not the Smiles and Style South Star shit. Number 2, Always on Time, Ja Rule featuring Ashanti, another huge one, huge record. Always on Time, just taking me back to my motherfucking childhood, boy. Middle school shit. Number 1, Foolish, Ashanti. Yup. So there you have it from Billboard, all the top hits. And rest in peace to Irv Gotti once again, man. Like, contributing to that many big hit records. Like, a lot of people don't even get the opportunity to make it that far in music, in hip hop, in a lifetime. You feel me? Now, I will say that the way that Ashanti's music was treated in the latter years, I never agreed with. Ashanti wanted to get her masters back. She tried to re-record her music. He continued to give her pushback and just wasn't being disagreeable with that music because she wasn't making, when you don't own the masters, you're not able to make the money off the music. And, Ja got his masters back. But nonetheless, we're not going to dwell on that. But I do feel as though, she should have been treated a little bit better. At the bare minimum, her re-recording should have been allowed. Taylor Swift went off and re-recorded her shit, and you see how that's been so beneficial for her. So there's that. But again, salute to what they were able to do during the time that they were together, working together. They had a good thing going, at least musically, right? Now, Irv Gotti did suffer a stroke. He was on life support. It was a tough time for him. It was a tough time for his family. Last couple of days, there were, people coming out trying to confirm that he was gone before he actually was. 50 Cent then came out and was like kind of celebrating early. After it was officially confirmed that Irv Gotti had actually passed away. He came out and said, I'm smoking on that Irv pack. And then he said, just playing or whatever. I don't think that's nothing to play about, but of course that sparked a lot of controversy. 50 Cent has been on a rampage. He's been on a warpath for the past week. Not only taunting the Irv Gotti situation, but also going back and forth with Big Meech as he's been released from prison and he's been out, living life, trying to get back reacclimated into society. Going at it with Lil Meech from the BMF show, Big Meech's son. It's been a lot, right? So much so that his son Marcus has been prompted to come out and point out that, if you thought you were special to this guy, I guess y'all are finding out the hard way, because if he couldn't even do right by his own child, what did y'all expect? Basically, we're going to get to that in a few. It's just been a lot. As it pertains to that post where he said he was smoking on that Irv Gotti pack, I don't agree with that shit. I don't think that shit is cool. I don't think that shit is fly. That's not something that I would ever do. But in that situation, I guess there's two sides of the coin, right? 50 Cent has been adamant that Irv and Supreme, old school gangster from New York, I ain't got nothing to do with that, had a hand in the incident where he was shot 9 times. So I understand being sworn enemies until, I guess, each other's demise type of thing. All sides felt like, there was no squashing it. There was going to be no kumbaya moment. But for the most part, from what I've seen from Irv, what I've seen from Ja, they're taking it in stride. They're not trying to like actively beef with him. But 50, on the other hand, has always maintained his same level of animosity, even when he's tried to mask it, And again, I don't agree with that, but I can't tell nobody how to feel or how to act in terms of, somebody allegedly playing a hand in trying to take your life, right? That I can't relate. I can't put myself in his shoes. And, if that attempt had been successful, we never get 50 Cent, right? The people that heard him in 2000, 2001 off of mixtapes and a couple local hits, you get what I'm saying? They would have known who he was. He would have been just another guy that just didn't make it out the streets. So I can understand why somebody may take that personal for life, but just from me and my civilian perspective, I can't agree with it, although I can understand, right? So that ended up prompting Supreme's son to come out, and he had some things to say about 50 Cent and just being respectful to the situation. So here is Supreme Jr. Talking about 50.
And if I said I was smoking on your mother and your grandfather pack, niggas would be telling me I'm wrong, right? If I said I was smoking on your mother, right, I'll be wrong, right? Fucking clown ass nigga, man. Nigga's a clown, man. And y'all love this nigga, bro. This nigga's a clown, bro. If I said I was smoking on your mother and your grandfather, nigga, I'll be wrong, right? And why y'all idiots is in the comments keep talking about, yo, Irv got him shot and this person got him. Bro, he know who did that to him. He used this whole shit to make a music career and have a gimmick, bro. My pops and Irv never got indicted, never got convicted for that shit. None of that shit, bro. Y'all gotta stop. Yo, people trying to come home, man. Stop talking about who got who, this and that. Like, bro, he know who did that to him, bro. Dry snitching. He tried to get Jimmy Henchman, my pops, and all of them indicted, convicted. What he did, whatever he had to do to get them locked up, because he was terrified. My pops and Irv ain't have nothing to do with that, bro. He know who did that to him. Y'all gotta stop spreading that narrative that Preem did this to him, and no, he didn't, bro. He know who did it to him. Stop it, man.
Now, I could already hear the people in some of the comments saying, who is that talking? Once again, that young man that was speaking on 50, his name is Supreme Jr., okay? And Supreme is, again, a former gangster. I will say that much. I think he can acknowledge that he was at least a gangster at one point in life. From Queens, same place where 50 Cent is from, same place where Irv Gotti, Ja Rule, etc. are from. He was the OG to all of these, to these young men at one point, right? He was the OG. Even back when they were in their teenage years, going into their 20s, he was an elder, right? And let's say I told y'all again once before about the powdered donuts, right? So as the legend goes, 50 Cent used to sell powdered donuts, or wanted to get, I think he sold powdered donuts for Supreme, right? That's Supreme Jr., okay, that we just watched. And Supreme took a liking to Irv Gotti and was supportive of what his aspirations in music were. That consisted of Ja Rule, Cash Money Click, you know, whatever that came with. And 50 Cent, of course, at some point wanted to pursue his rapping as well. And he wanted Supreme to see him as more than just a nigga that can sell some powdered donuts. Listen to my music, fuck with me, da-da-da-da-da. The legend has it, Supreme was not interested in 50 Cent beyond selling powdered donuts. Okay? Didn't want to hear the music. 50 Cent didn't like that, right? So then that created tension. Allegedly, there was an issue. Ja Rule, somebody took some jewelry. 50 Cent, I think, claimed that he did it, or it was one of his people that did it. That sparked some further issues, right? From there, they kept getting in fights. Diss records started happening. 50 eventually gets shot 9 times. I'm skipping some things. I'm not going through the entire, we're not making a documentary here. There's full on videos I could give you all of those details on YouTube. Just keeping it high level right now for the sake of conversation, just to let y'all know what we're talking about if you haven't ever ventured out to go find out. So that's where all of that comes today, where there's still bad blood. That's why Supreme Jr. is even speaking on 50 Cent, because all of this time has passed and the tensions are still high between all of these people. Okay? And he claims that the story that we've been told from 50 Cent about whoever it was that tried to take his life is not the story, that it's not true. Right? So that's what we got there. And he says, now if we were to come out and say we're smoking packs about your dead loved ones, I'm quite sure you wouldn't think that was okay or that it's cool. So he's saying, why is it cool for 50 Cent to do that to Irv Gotti on the opposite end? And again, I think for the people that are empathizing with 50 Cent in this situation. They say, well, y'all didn't kill my mother, my grandfather, my grandmother, or didn't attempt to. So maybe I would feel some type of way, but the level of emotional investment would be different because to my knowledge, y'all tried to get me up out of here. You know, just saying. That's just what's on the table, right? So that's that. Now, on a separate note, we've also got 50 Cent going head to head with Big Meech, right? Lil Meech. And that all came to a head because I believe they recently had like a Big Meech party or something like that, you know, celebrating him coming home and all that stuff. Big concert, big everything. And after that concert took place, I don't know how Big Meech and Rick Ross ended up linking up, but they got together. They took a picture. They did a video of Rick Ross basically linking with him. I don't think that Rick Ross and BMF were, you know, all that tight before Meech got locked up. So for those people out there that, you know, are of that era, I'm sure they like to see that come together. But nonetheless, 50 Cent didn't like that, right? 50 Cent don't fuck with Rick Ross. Rick Ross don't fuck with 50. So it's been 50's pretty much mantra throughout the entirety of his life and career that if I don't rock with somebody and I am if I'm on a mission to destroy this person and you stand next to them, I'm going to think you trying to help them, you know, by taking a picture with them, doing a video with them, doing anything that could add value to that person's situation. You then become the enemy, right? So now 50 Cent is coming out calling Big Meech a snitch and saying that he no longer wants to continue working on the BMF series because Big Meech is rolling with Ross. Here's the video that started the issue, or at least played a part in the issue because we don't know all the behind the scenes stuff happening.
It's the biggest boss, Ricky Rose. The time has come. Meech home. February 13th. Get your tickets right now. It's going down. We know Florida gonna be there. Miami gonna be there. The legend himself gonna be in the building, making history. Meech, who else coming?
The whole nation, Detroit, St. Louis, California, everybody, Atlanta, Georgia, ATL, stand up.
Woo! We're gonna make history. Get your tickets right now. Y'all better be there February 13th. Meech home. I think I'm Big Meech, huh?
Now, if you just look at this here, you'll see, look at this lineup. You got Lil Baby, Rick Ross, 21 Savage, Sexy Red, Kodak Black, 42 Doug, ESTG, Moneybag Yo, Bossman D-Lo, T Grizzly, Babyface Ray, Icewear Vizzo, Skilla Baby, Peasy, Payroll Giovanni, YTB Fat, Tay B, Boosie, Young Scooter. Rick Ross, I do find to be very interesting, right? And unfortunately, for Big Meech, I think a little bit of inventory on that should have been done because I mean, although he's not actively playing a role between 50 and Ross, I do kind of understand, and I hate to say I understand because I don't agree and I wouldn't act like this in any endeavor, but I do understand from 50 perspective, if I feel like you're behind bars, you're dead to rights to a lot of people. I then come do a show about your life, your crew, and revitalize the value in everything that y'all created. Y'all's run was ended 20 years ago, and I've recreated interest in your brand, in everything that y'all have going on. I hired your son. I put money in your family's pocket for y'all to take, you know what I'm saying, for your second generation of family to have a different lifestyle. I paid for his acting classes. I took him under my wing, you know, to personally usher him into the world of acting because Lil Meech was not an actor prior to doing the BMF show. He just felt like that would be the best person to play Big Meech as that was his child and he looked like him, act like him. He knows his mannerisms, his everything. So I do understand to a degree of I am contributing to y'all's lifestyle, the good shit that y'all got going on today, the branding, the everything that you're coming home to, this level of fanfare. I've contributed to that. And then the first thing you do is link up with my op. Now, me personally, as J Nolan, I have no ops, right? So I can't relate to no shit like that. But I can understand the optics of it. No, no pun intended. From Big Meech's perspective, I also understand, bruh, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't got no problem with nobody. I'm coming home. I don't got no beef. I don't got no issues. I ain't got no street problems with nobody. And anybody that do got street problems, the last thing I want to do is involve myself with it. So if niggas is putting a welcome home party together for me and Rick Ross want to perform and Rick Ross want to meet and do a quick little video, I bet. Let me do my little 30-second 1-2 and be out this bitch. Now, I will say, it did look a little strange with him with the nigga was actually wearing Rick Ross apparel, you know. So it could come across one way, especially from 50 Cent's perspective, who lives on war mode. He lives in art of war. He is the fucking 50th law of power, right? Again, I don't live in that sociopathic world, so I can't identify with it, but I understand how that could seem a bit weird or strange, right? So from there, 50 Cent steps out and says, you know what? I ain't got to have no conversation about it. We not going to have no kumbayas. Stay where you at. Y'all niggas done. So here's 50's response. So he goes to Instagram and he said he puts a photo of a rat talking about, I think I'm Big Meech. He said the biggest mistake he ever made was not sustaining his relationship with Tammy Cowins. Her tell-all docu reveals the truth. So now 50 Cent is coming out calling Big Meech a rat. And he used the Rick Ross lyric, I think I'm Big Meech. And he says this lady, Tammy Cowins, has the information on Big Meech being a rat. We'll double back to that in a few, okay? He then comes back, says, be sure to catch the next season of BMF. It's going to be out of here. Season 4, and then it says the final chapter. I'm not sure if they were actually planning on this being the final chapter. I thought they were scheduled to do 5 seasons, but 50 Cent says, you know what? Fuck it. He also says, if ratings aren't good, this next season of BMF will be its last. So tune in to stars. I'm watching 50 Cent action on Roku. Never tell on your friends. So here he is, keep diving into this snitch allegation. And here he says, if the season doesn't perform well, it's going to be the last. But then he's already said it's going to be the last any fucking way. And here he doubles back to Tammy Cowins. He says, the truth and nothing but the truth. BMF. Who is Tammy Cowins? This is going to blow your mind. Docu coming soon. The facts are stranger than fiction. Where it kind of sounds to me like maybe, I don't know if he has a relationship with Tammy Cowins or what. Is she giving him the information? Is he doing the documentary with her? I do not know. But at this point, he is out to ruin Big Meech's street credibility because, of course, based on the reason why we even know who he is from street cred and what them niggas did, selling powder donuts. Okay? So in the midst of all of this, Lil Meech reaches out to 50 Cent to try to get some clarity because he doesn't understand what's going on, or at least he's making it seem as if he doesn't. So then 50 Cent comes to the internet and lets us see this conversation happening between himself and Lil Meech. So Lil Meech texts 50 and says, they just told me you unfollowed me off Instagram and now you managing Skilla Baby with Rocket when I brought him around you first, when you didn't have a clue who he was. Now you mad at me when I would take shirt off my back for you. I can't believe this, man. You act as if I'm your enemy. I've only showed you love and loyalty. I'm human. I go through my own shit, but I never switched up on you. What is this? Rick Ross, fuck Ross, but he gave my dad some bread so he can afford to pay his bills until our next season starts. So not only did Big Meech pop out with Ross allegedly put some money in Big Man pockets, some holdover bread till the next season gets underway. I guess that's when Lil Meech gonna get some more bread coming in to where he can filter that down to his pops. I don't know what all the contractual details are for Big Meech and why he's not, getting any direct payouts from the success of this show. But I guess in prison you're not allowed to have businesses going. I think that's kind of how that goes. So perhaps that's why. But anyway, he says, this internet shit is throwing me off, man. You know me in real life. Which I will credit Lil Meech, because you would think, let's not handle this on the internet. Let's handle this in real life like men, or just like, sensible, logical people. But you got to understand, when you cross 50, he don't play like that. He don't give a fuck. Everything is subject to be leaked out. Look at what he did to Young Buck. Right? So 50 Cent says, what season, little nigga? Woo. Shit. Because again, I believe they were trying to get season 5 underway. Now 50 saying that shit's not happening. All right? Now, as it pertains to Miss Tammy Cowins, right? Because that seems to be the trigger word going here for 50 as to what his issue is with, Big Meech. So here I'm on a website that says the truth about Tammy Cowins and Big Meech's relationship amid 50 Cent's explosive post about the latter. Okay? And again, we're just going to try to get through this. We've already spoken about this part, so just going to pick up where I left off. Okay? 50 Cent sparks feud with Big Meech, shows support for Tammy Cowins. Amid the rumored beef, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson seemingly displays support for his co-producer and friend Tammy Cowins following his recent Instagram post. He uploaded a photo of a rat with a side note, I think I'm Big Meech. He also wrote in the caption, the biggest mistake he ever made was not sustaining his relationship with Tammy Cowins. Her tell-all docu reveals the truth. We talked about that. They say Big Meech co-founded the notorious Black Mafia family gang, which serves as the inspiration behind 50 Cent Star's series. Their relationship has seemingly gone sour, and it looks like Cowins has something to do with it. As per The Sun, Cowins and Big Meech had been working closely since 2008 as business partners. In 2014, the producer told Straight from the A, I can tell you, this has been one of the best experiences in my life to have him as my best friend, referring to Big Meech. Now, I don't know how you befriend somebody from behind bars. I don't live that life. But, with all the love after lockup and stuff like that that's out there in the streets, you just never know, right? They say now, BMF member Blue Da Vinci revealed that Big Meech believed Cowins was an FBI informant who supplied the authorities with sensitive information, and that she was the one who signed the BMF deal with Jackson, aka 50 Cent. He told Cam Capone News Meech has BMF Entertainment, his company, from prison. She became the owner of it in 2008, and in 2009, she became a government informant. Now, what I will say here is, if this is true, then how is it that 50 Cent can call Big Meech a rat while befriending a rat and doing business with one? I don't know. I don't have no street ties like that, not to that degree. So I don't know how this is supposed to go. They say this created a strain on Cowins and Big Meech's partnership, and 50 Cent's post evidently confirms it. Fans are now worried that this issue might affect the show, which has been running for 3 seasons now. With positive reviews and a loyal fan base, the crime drama series has been renewed for a 4th season ahead of its season 3 premiere. The growing anticipation for the upcoming installment is now threatened by the issue involving 50 Cent and Big Meech. Okay, now of course we already got to the Rick Ross of it all. They say this chaotic mess is expected to last for quite some time as new revelations unfold. Fans will have to stay tuned for more updates, especially on the upcoming BMF Season 4. I've also heard some audio recordings of Whack 100 kind of talking about this situation. He says that Miss Tammy Cowins does, have or had some type of business dealings with Meech. He claims that Big Meech signed his life rights away to Tammy Cowins, which is why she was able to go and link with 50 Cent and I guess sign the paperwork to get this BMF thing off the ground and him being okay with it and all of this type of stuff. All of this is above my pay grade and below my interest level to like really do deep dive research, But that's where we stand with all of this. Now, in the midst of all of this fallout happening, 50 Cent's son Marcus came out. I think it's Marquise. And he then taunts the Meech family and says, "Oh, y'all thought y'all was special."
What's up, y'all? I woke up today and I had this overwhelming thought in my head, and I think like something is telling me to tell y'all or share this message with y'all. So I feel like it's somebody out here, or maybe there's a bunch of people out here that need to hear this. And it was like, you thought you were special. You really thought you were special. Who told you you were special? You thought you were special.
Damn it. So that's Marquise with his response to all of the drama going on. And of course, he knows it better than anybody. He's had more back and forth drama with his father than anybody else, except maybe his mother. So he like, y'all must have thought because he came and gave y'all money, took y'all under the wing, made y'all feel comfortable. He says, hey, he rocked y'all to sleep like he did everybody else. Now that y'all are no longer of use to him, he's disposing of y'all. Same way he did to us. Okay? That's what it seems like Marcus was trying to get across. Let me know what y'all think of all of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. All right? Much love and respect. Y'all be safe out there. Peace.
King of my city in cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mile. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some batteries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.